All right, Danny, so we finished filming for our campaign today. I was going to ask you a few questions. Seeing you this year,
Yeah,
you've been doing some amazing stuff on track.
I've been trying.
Yeah, well, you've been succeeding as well, bar a few injuries here and there.
Yeah.
But it'll be really good to know a bit more about how you get yourself geared up when it comes to like a skincare routine.
Yeah, sure. So I'd say like one thing I really realized during this year where I've got a lot more into endurance sports and into long distance running is I'm training a lot more and I'm sweating a lot more. And so I always feel like I need to make sure that my skin is hydrated and just generally is a big part of my wellness routine moving forward. And so I think there's a few things. I think number one is keeping on top of my daily skincare routine and not disturbing it too much day and night. And then
Consistency, basically.
yeah, consistency. And I think in addition to that is also taking care of my skin pre and post workout, whether it's I'm in the gym or I'm out running. So for example, especially over the summertime, like long distance running and doing more endurance sports, it's been really important to me to use Yendra products, for example, to make sure that my skin is being protected, and also massively helps when I'm on these long distance runs to like avoid chafing. So it's been a big part of my weekly and almost every other day routine for sure.
So how do you actually use it? And have you noticed, what is the main difference that you've noticed before and after wearing a Balm? Do you use it on any other, when you're working out any other areas or in the gym or mostly running that you use it for?
Right now it's mostly running, but also swimming as well. I find that like my skin can sometimes be a bit irritated when I've been in the pool for a bit too long. So I'd be definitely using the product on an ongoing basis whenever I'm in the pool, but especially for running in particular, I think that's always been my number one priority for anti-chafing and also just to protect my skin when I'm out running for a long time, especially in the sun.
And I formulated the products to make sure that it acts as a barrier or a scenic free or moisturize, because you mentioned that keeping your skin hydrated is really important for yourself. So we have an ingredient called Hyaluronic, which is pretty much the solid version of hyaluronic acid. And if you use any other products for your face, it's pretty much like a scenic that we have included, and it's really important to help with water retention. And we kept that in mind, and also it's all made out of 99% natural ingredients. So if you are using it on a day-to-day basis, over time, it's one of the best things for your skin, because you're not having any like unknown side effects in the next couple of years, which is what a lot of people have been thinking about when it comes to what they put on their skin and their wellness journeys as well, to make sure that it's more, I'd say it's longevity, isn't it? Because you've got more side effects of what you're putting on in your skin until the tests have been concluded for the next couple of years. So that was what was really important for myself to include in there. And I would also want to ask you as well that when it comes to your fitness journey, do you have any tips for people who are trying it out for the first time? Because I'm watching you and I remember you posting that you've never even thought about being a marathon runner or any.
Never in my life.
So do you have any tips for anyone who's thinking of doing it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think in the grand scheme of things, I'm still very new to the sport, so I'm still learning as I go on. But the biggest thing that I've realized over this last year where I've embraced running has been honestly to enjoy it. And I think start off very, very slow. I think, if you're someone like me and you're ambitious and you're always setting a target for yourself, there's a temptation to rush into things too quickly, which is what I did. And that's the mistake that I made. And as a result, I've been dealing with injury on and off throughout the year. Going back to your point around longevity, I think building that into anything that you do within sports is really important. And so honestly, I think any sport or new activity that you're going into, especially if it's running or an endurance sport, is like enjoy it first and foremost. Build a really solid foundation and take a more holistic approach to your health and wellness. Not only can it help you like on the track or on these long distance runs, and when I talk about a holistic approach, it's like how do you prepare for that run? How are you preparing your body? How are you preparing your mind around those things? And applying that same methodology during the activity and thereafter as well, whether it's your skincare, whether it's recovery, your nutrition, your sleep, all of these things paint a large picture when you put them together. So my biggest tip is enjoy it and then build a solid foundation that's built on holistic longevity.
Yeah, and I love that, especially as you mentioned the meditative approach as well. because a lot of it is, I mean, we hear about it, it's mind over matter a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And I think having that muscle-mind connection is also really important. That's pretty much all the questions that I had for your fitness journey. But to finish off, I'd love to know that if you could go back and talk to young Danny, what would you say? Well, mostly about fitness, but I guess overall, if you had any words to share as well.
So much. I'd say first and foremost is, as cliche as it sounds, care less about what other people think and what they say. You know, there's a saying that says, the people that mind don't matter and the people that matter don't mind. So I think it's really important to fully embrace who you are as an individual and who you're becoming and stay true and authentic to yourself. And that applies, you know, within sports and fitness, and it also applies with other areas of life. I think as a kid, there's a lot of pressure on you to be a certain way and to follow a certain path that maybe other people have set out for you. But it's really important to carve out and define what that path looks like for yourself. And I think that's, you know, one of the many ways in which you can eventually find fulfillment and find peace and just be content within yourself.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think that's number one. And then secondly, I think within fitness is I've never been naturally sporty. I've never been naturally athletic. I've just really enjoyed and loved health, wellness, sports from a very young age. I've wanted to be involved in so much and try things out. And so I think my biggest tip for my younger self is like fully lean into that and embrace the joy of health and fitness and sports and worry less about the result, your result compared to other people. The main important thing is that you're active, you're living a healthy lifestyle, and that you're enjoying what you do, and that you've got no limits. If I had continued to believe the limits that I set for myself within physical fitness or sport, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. But I've kind of like ignored my physical boundaries I once had or thought I had, and I've tried to push myself to do new things all the time.
And you transcended over what you originally thought was possible.
And I hope to do that for the rest of my life.
I love that. Some amazing words, and thank you so much. I think we've all learned a lot today going forward. So yeah, thanks, Danny.
Thank you very much.